This is another experiment that we did in offering a skilling course. This was designed by Dr. Samir Sahasrabudhe, my colleague, who after finishing his PhD joined Tata Institute of Social Science. And we are very keen to know what happens to a skilling course, because skilling course requires hands-on. With complete MOOCs can we do it? Fortunately, animation using open source Blender does not require any high-end equipment, etc. for hands-on, so people could do it. Here is our experience with SCAN 101. A plain MOOCs version was offered in 2015. 1393 learners, 125 certified. Success rate about 8.9%. The only thing available was discussion forum. In 2016, we ran a hybrid MOOCs version. Note the difference in the word. From blended, we call it hybrid. This term was used by a professor in one of the edX conferences who said blend is an incorrect word, because blend means just plain mixture, where the properties of each individual component are retained by that component, both good and bad. Whereas hybrid is like an alloy. So when you mix carbon and iron, you get steel, which is stronger than either. I like that word hybrid, and therefore I call the education now as a hybrid education, which combines the best feature of face-to-face and online learning. In this, 5,033 learners, 1,007 certified. Note that all 5,033 did not have advantage of additional face-to-face interaction which we provided in this model. It was like our blended MOOC. Large number of people did it online, but several people did with some additional communication mechanism. Even here, the total success rate was 20%. Spatial interaction was made available through AView sessions, through local mentoring, because in the previous course, some people who had become experts animators and were teachers in some colleges were approached, saying, will you run a local remote center where people could come and do the hands-on and a flipped classroom kind of thing. 789 learners out of the total 5,000 actually could make use of this face-to-face facility in addition to MOOC. Out of them, 367 certified. Success rate was 46.6% amongst them. Clearly shows that the same content delivered in a composite hybrid fashion actually increases the success rate. When no spatial interaction available, out of 4244 learners, 640 certified. Even here, they're plain MOOCs learners, same course. But the success rate was 15.1% as opposed to 8.9%. So I asked Dr. Samir Sahasrabudhe to analyze what is it that you have done differently in your MOOCs. So only discussion forum is available, same MOOCs is available, but he went back and found out what modifications he had done. Number one, additional emails as reminders of the quiz deadlines. When you have quiz at the end of the week and you keep it open for 5 days, everybody assumes 5 दिन है बाद में करेंगे. And then on the 4th and 5th day they have some uncanny urgency, they forget. So an email, every week quiz, 2 days before the end of the quiz helps. That is what we have found out. Because after the emails are dispatched, within 2 hours, we can see enhanced activity on IIT Bombay X on the quiz. Appreciation of submissions on the discussion forum. This is something that he did because he found some of us do that, and we did not realize how important it is. So if some student makes a very brilliant observation about a problem or something, well, many people will read it. But if the teacher goes and says, this is a brilliant submission, all of you should read it, it is like singling out a student saying, बहुत अच्छा काम किया. उसका भाव बढ़ जाता है क्लास में, and then every other student tries to emulate. So we found that this was also a useful feature. The third and last was change in the nature and structure of assignment. It was an animation assignment. So in the first case, he had given slightly closed assignments. In the sense, for example, an image is provided and people are supposed to do some animation around. This time, he made only a plain description as the assignment. See, image itself has to be constructed through creative thinking. And what we found is that there was enhanced creativity noticed across the board. Now, we do not know which factor is more responsible, but we believe that these are things which ought to be incorporated in conducting any MOOCs, because we believe that they add to the completion rate.